Hey guys, Hakeem here. Let's see if we can't get a little bit better performance out of this deck than we did last night. It was a little bit frustrating last night. But let's see, let's look at an opening hand with one of each basic land plus savage lands on the play with 2-drop, 3-drop into bombardment. So we'll keep this and start with the savage lands. So I mean, I don't really hesitate to play shortcutter on the second turn if I have to, just to get some board presence. You know, I'd like to pick up another 2-drop now that I can cast rather and save this for later, but the whole point of putting shortcutter in here was a 2-drop that's good, you know, decent enough on curve. It's a piker, but it helps force through damage later on in the game when your opponent starts putting down the big stuff that gets in the way of your little dudes. So I mean, you know, the problem I think with this deck is that there's no real individually powerful cards in it. You know, it's just a pile of cards that really work well together, and you know, in isolation, not many of the pieces are all that good. So I wonder if it was a mistake to take out the Rock Slide Elemental just to have something that can just get out of control and take over a board. But I mean, again, even it still takes a lot of support because even as a top deck, it's just a 3-mana 1/1. So you know, maybe going back to one copy of Spider Spawning would be okay. But there's nothing, like if you get disrupted and lose your board position, there's nothing you can really top deck to get out of it. So now our opponent's playing Rakdos at the very least, and he's put a Crinkle's Command in our way. So that's going to we're going to trade off the shortcutter with half of a Crinkle's Command. So I'm not going to swing with it just yet. I'm going to play the Rager here and draw a card, and then next turn we'll drop a Bombardment. At least I'll get a point of damage out of it. Oh, there's a Graveborn Muse. Perhaps I'll cast that next turn. You know, Mobius made fun of me because it was chilling out in my hand in the first game last night. I got up to 7 mana, didn't get my 2 black sources. I'm playing, you know, a double black card with only 10 black sources in the whole deck. You know, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that that's not greedy. It is completely greedy. But, you know, I think that she solves one of the problems with this deck, and that's just running out of gas. You know, I mean, drawing 2 cards per turn is pretty good. So, yeah, we just got hit with a Tribute to Hunger, so we had to lose the shortcutter. And our opponent's going to gain 1 life, but we got a 2/2 blocker, so let's see if he swings here. Highly doubt that he will. So, yeah, we'll just slam the Muse, and then we'll start drawing 2 cards per turn. Hopefully he doesn't have Bolt of Keranos or something like that. So we've got Krankle's Command, but I am going to stick down the Graveborn Muse, and I'm going to keep the 2/2 home until next turn when I can drop a Raid Bombardment. I mean, he might trade off with it, but I really don't want that to happen. So let's just let's try and stick a Muse and start drawing 2 cards per turn and win the game that way. But Bolt of Keranos I wouldn't want to see. Resounding Thunder I wouldn't want to see. He could maybe double shock. You know, if he swings with his 1/1s, I'm not going to block with the 3/3 and fall for a combat trick or anything like that. He's playing a Paragon of Fierce Defiance. I think that's what the red one's called, yep. So he's got a pair of 2/2s now. That buffs up all his red creatures, but now we can draw 2 cards here. Picked up a Crinkle's Command and a Raid Bombardment, so now we can get double Crinkle's Command. Let's make sure we leave the second red source open, and then next turn we can double Bombardment. So let's just get these guys down. What does he do as his ability? I think it's Haste. Does he grant Haste? Yeah, he grants Haste. Okay. So we're just going to sit back for now. You know, 5 of our creatures. If we go double Bombardment, that's 10 points of face damage just by swinging with everybody. So let's see. He's played a tap land. Still got 4 mana. He plays another Krankle's Command, which really sucks because now when I sacrifice my board for 10 damage, I'm going to lose everybody since his board is so wide. So that's really shitty. I'd like to get a Blasting Station, get rid of that Paragon. That would be ideal. But he's just going to hold his army back, and we're going to sit here staring at each other. And I'm going to slowly ping myself away. But 2 cards per turn, and they are 2 mountains. So, I mean, I am going to double Bombardment here. I'm just going to get it out there while I can. Just going to get it out there, and I'm only going to swing with the Rager since he's at least going to have to trade off with it if he wants to block it. He's going to have to trade half of a Crinkle's Command for it, so that'll be 2 triggers at the very least and get him to 19. Don't want to lose my whole army yet because he'll just annihilate me on the backswing. So let's see if he wants to trade off a Goblin token. I hope that he does, honestly, because that means he's settled into a defensive posture. Let's see. No, he's just going to take the 2. Probably means he's going to be swinging at us. Question is then, do I block? Not sure that I do because, you know, those double bombardments, it is 10 face damage if I swing with 5 guys. plus the 6 damage. So here's a Bolt of Keranos, probably going to take down the Muse. Yeah. So we got to draw a couple cards off her anyway, and you know, it ate some removal, but we really need a Blasting Station to take care of that Paragon. So I mean, even Spider Spawning now this late in the game, you know, well, it's not really that late, I suppose. I mean, we've seen 15 cards, but it's still only going to spawn for 2, so I'm still not even sure that 1 copy of Spider Spawning is necessary. You'd have to get to the really late game. So he's coming in here like this. I'm just going to take it and see what I draw. You know, I might draw a Blasting Station and be able to finish him off. So we'll see. Although I don't know if I could even finish him off. That'll be 10. He could block 2, 14. Blasting Station would only be good for 15. So I'd get him down to 2 if I draw a Blasting Station. So, you know, I guess I could draw a Visionary. I don't know. I don't know what I could draw here. I still think I'm in pretty bad shape. Still think I'm in bad shape, yeah. Shortcutter let me swing right through that 2/2. Then I'd have 1 blocker back, but he is playing removal in his deck. It is a Goblin Arsonist. So we will Arsonist. I think I keep back 2 blockers here. So that's going to be 8 damage. He's only got the 1 untapped creature, so he's going to get to chew up a Goblin token for free. I want to keep 2 blockers. And as long as we can survive, you know, as long as he doesn't kill us with face damage, we should be able to potentially win the game next turn. So he's going to be taking at least 3 here, and that's if he trades off with Paragon. He's going to take 4 more though and go to 6. Or I'm sorry, take 4 more and go down to 5 if he just kills a Goblin token here. Which is what he's going to do. So he's down to 5. We got a couple of blockers. And no need to play out of land here. We got tons of it. So now let's see what he does. We're on 9. We're on 9. He's got 10 power, but we got 2 blockers. So I wonder if he's got any reach, like a Banefire to the face. Something like that. Could be pretty bad. You know, if he had another Tribute to Hunger. You know, I mean, it would only gain him 1 life, but it would get 1 blocker out of the way. Flesh to Dust. He's going to spend 5 mana removal in a deck like that. So what's he going to kill? I mean, if he taps out, he's going to kill a Goblin token? He can't kill me. And he's just... If he swings at everybody, he's dead. Yeah, he's dead. Okay. I like dead. I like him being dead. So we're going to shoot that at his face. There you go, Brain Shaka, down to 4. And you're tapped out. So unless he goes Mountain Shock, no, he's dead. So I'm not sure why exactly he did that. Anyway, we're just going to swing with 2 Goblin tokens here. And we're going to hold back this guy, and that'll be 4 bombardment triggers. And he's dead. I guess he forgot about those triggers? I'm not really sure. Really not sure. But anyways, it was enough to get him. Definitely shouldn't have won that game. You know, so far it seems with this deck, the only games that I managed to win are the ones where my, you know, where my opponent fucks up, and we managed to squeak it out. So yeah, definitely didn't deserve to win it, but we pulled it out. All right, well let's get in and try and get another one. See you in a couple seconds. All right, here we are in game 2, looking at a 1-lander. Now we're looking at a 4-lander with an Arsonist, a Shortcutter, and a Greyborn Muse that we do have the double black for on the play. So we're going to go ahead and keep this. We're going to play the Goblin Arsonist on the play out on the first turn. And I mean, if we want a Shortcutter on the next turn, depending on what our opponent's up to, we may just play out the 2-drop and put the pressure on. But for now, let's have a look at what Tiagwim is doing. The Mentor starts with the Plains. He's got 65 plus 166 cards that he's playing. And we picked up a Phyrexian Rager. So I think I would like to curve Rager into Muse, and the only way I can do that is to play the tap land down and save the Shortcutter for later. So that's what we're going to do. Get the Goblin Arsonist down in there for 1. And pass it back to Tiagwim. I don't know if I'm saying that right or not, but anyways, that's his name tonight. He's playing Orzhov, and he plays Wall of Omens, so that's going to shut us down for a little while. But we've eventually got a Shortcutter to break through that when he least expects it. So let us just get the. I'm going to get the swamp into play actually, just so that I don't forget next turn to get a second black source into play, because sometimes I have a habit of just mashing out a basic land without thinking too much, and it's not a good habit. Ooh, Rabbly Master. It may next turn be tap land Rabble Master into Graveborn, but we'll see what happens. See if he's playing the life gain deck or if he's playing like a discard theme with Liliana Spectre. It's going to be Mentor of the Meek, so he's going to have a card advantage engine. We've got one of our own. Perhaps I just get the ball rolling on that. We've got a Blasting Station. So I think definitely right now the play is Rabble Master. That's definitely the play. I mean, I could station Arsonist and just get rid of that Mentor right now. Actually, that's probably the play. That's probably the play. Yeah. Actually, we won't show the Blasting Station. We'll just attack, and we will be able to get a free point of damage here, I think. He'll probably block the 2/2 with the 0/4 and let the Goblin Arsonist slip by for a point of damage. And then second main, we'll show the Blasting Station and say, hey, guess what? Your Mentor was... No, it's not. I can only aim one... No, yeah, right. No, never mind. It is dead. Sacrifice creature. Target the Mentor. Sacrifice this guy. And then Goblin Arsonist will go right there. So we'll get rid of that Mentor so that he can't draw any cards. And I think that's a better play, getting rid of that Mentor, than just slamming Goblin Rabble Master, because if he gets the card advantage engine rolling, it's going to be pretty tough for us to beat. So best to just leave him with a Wall of Omens, and we can play Rabble Master next turn. So now he's on 4 mana. He's on 4 mana. And again, I don't know if this is Orzhov Life Gain or if it's like discard with weenies. He's shown a Tribute to Hunger, so he's going to get rid of that if he wants to. He's going to Solemn Offering the Blasting Station. Solemn Offering? It must be a Life Gain deck if he's playing that in there. You know, I'm fine with losing the station, I guess. You know, I mean, I really like it, don't get me wrong, but... So I'm going to Rabble Master. I'm going to save the Shortcutter because that's going to allow a big Rabble Master hit at some point. So let's just rabble here now. And we'll swing for 3, and only one of it is going to get through. But now his Tribute to Hunger is not going to be very good since we've got Goblin tokens on the board. So yeah, he's going to block the 2/2 there. And I pressed A on that land, but I guess there was a little bit of lag. It didn't go down, and I jammed the Y button too fast. So I don't know if I want to play 6 mana next turn. Maybe I wanted to go Muse Shortcutter, so that could end up mattering if I top deck a basic. So, you know, well, fuck that shit. All right, so yeah, we picked up a basic. I could have gone Muse Shortcutter, but so I guess I'm stuck with Thrinax Shortcutter. He does have a Tribute, as we know, so we're going to shortcut. We're going to shortcut the Wall of Omens. That's going to allow us to get a Rabble Master hit. He should Tribute before I get the Rabble Master trigger on stack. He wants a Goblin token to die before I trigger my Rabble Master to save himself. So a point of damage. So here we're going to get a Goblin token, and we're going to swing here. So now Rabble Master trigger is on the stack for +2. So it's going to be a 4-power dude. He's going to flash in and raise the alarm. Wow, he's going to flash in and raise the alarm. I definitely didn't see that coming from the Life Gain deck. So we're going to lose the Rabble Master, which fucking sucks. Yeah, I mean, I saw Solemn Offering in the graveyard. I saw a Tribute. Well, you know what? Wow, are you serious? You're not going to just take down the Rabble Master? Wow. Maybe he's got a... Yeah, he's got a reprisal for it. Okay. Okay. But, you know, looking back, looking at Mentor of the Meek, I should have anticipated Raise the Alarm there. But I was thinking, you know, most Life Gain decks don't play Raise the Alarm, and it wasn't on my radar. But, you know, like I said, with Mentor of the Meek, it should have been, so that was a misplay on my part not to at least consider it. And we're looking at the King of Oreskos now. We're looking at Brimaz himself. You know, we've got a nice bit of power on the board, though. And we're going to stick a Muse down. She's going to be pretty safe from Tribute, so let's get that 6th land into play now. And we're not going to swing into Brimaz here. We're just going to pass, and hope we untap now with that Greyborn Muse and just start drawing some cards. He's on 5 mana, though. I'd hate to see a Baneslayer. For obvious reasons. I wouldn't mind an Indulgent Tormentor so much. Battle Grace Angel is pretty bad, I'm not going to lie. Life Gain Exalted, so I'd have to Swarm block that Brimaz, but he's not going to attack. And we're going to get to draw 2 cards. But that Battle Grace Angel is going to be one hell of a fucking problem. Picked up another Thrinax and a Young Wolf. But, you know, this deck is definitely weak to flyers, especially ones that swing at you and gain 5 life per turn. So, I mean, we're definitely in a really bad spot here. Like, terrible spot, actually. So I guess we just throw everything out on the board and hope that Graveborn Muse gets us there in terms of card advantage, but I'm not sure that's going to happen. If we get a Blasting Station with these Thrinaxes out, I mean, we can take care of most of his board. So I guess it's unfortunate that he ran that Solemn Offering out and killed it, because we could really use a Blasting Station right now. I just hope that Graveborn Muse survives long enough to dig us into another one. It's a Tribute to Hunger he's going to show us, but we've got a Young Wolf for that. He'll gain 1 life, and we'll upgrade our dude to a 2/2. But I imagine he's just going to swing in the air for 5 here. I mean, that seems to be, you know, the thing to do. And he's going to gain 5 life, so I mean, we're on a pretty short clock to that thing. And he just keeps pulling further and further away from us in terms of life total, so... You know, it's going to be an uphill battle for sure. But we do have some outs, and the Muse has drawn us 2 per turn. Now he's got a Guild Mage. He probably should have played that pre-combat and activated the second ability, which would have drained us for 5 more. And there's a Blasting Station. Okay. So that, I think maybe he should have done that. So let's Blasting Station here, and so let's sacrifice. What am I going to target? I'm going to target this. We got to get rid of that thing. We are going to sacrifice a Thrinax and get 3 more triggers on the stack. We have to wait to untap it first. Yes, and then we are going to sacrifice these 3 tokens. Whoops, cancel. Hopefully now let's use it. We have to pick the creature we're going to target first. Yes, let's pick the creature we're going to target, then pick the creature we're going to sacrifice. Okay, 2 more untapped triggers. Let's untap it. Then let's use it and target this creature, sacrifice this creature. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Yes, we do. And then we want to target this creature, sacrifice this creature. So that'll polish that off. But we have a tapped Blasting Station. I need to untap it. So let's run in some dudes. Let's run in this guy, this guy. Hell, let's just run them all at him. See what he does. He's got another Raise the Alarm. Scope of Guild Mage. He's going to give something lifelink. Brimaz. Okay, that's fine. See what he blocks. That's not what I wanted to happen. But anyway, yes we do. So now this is untapped. Pause, 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 pause. Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? Anyway, let's sacrifice. Let's damage the Brimaz. Sacrifice this bad boy. Pause now. Pause, 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 pause. Oh my god, there's some fucking lag here. I cannot stop the timer. Oh my god. Something's going on here. Yeah, I should be able to do a hell of a lot more damage to his board than this. Now I'm really upset. I am really upset because I should be able to get rid of that Wall of Omens. You know, I can crack the Young Wolf, but anyway. All right. Okay. I'm cool. I'm okay. I'll survive. I had all those untapped triggers that were wasted. Anyway. That's all I can do. I mean, it was lagging. So he's going to give something lifelink, or he seems like he took that back out the stack. We got rid of a Battle Grace and a Brimaz, though, and I'm just fucking slurring my speech because I'm so upset about this whole thing. We're still going to get to draw 2 cards here. It's a Visionary, so let's just take it easy here. Let's deal 1 damage to the Guild Mage and sacrifice this token dude. Deal 1 damage. Let's cast a Visionary, untap it, draw a card. Okay. The card is another land. Let's get rid of that. This time we're going to sacrifice the Young Wolf. What's he doing now? Is he just going to give something lifelink? Yeah, well, I'm going to kill that too, don't you worry. Don't you worry, my friend, that's dying. Yes, I do. Do that. And, no, sacrifice the Visionary, because, oh no. Let's target this creature. Because the Visionary can't attack this turn, and it's essentially, once we've drawn a card off it, it is the exact same thing as a 1/1 Sapperling. So at least we get to swing with Sapperling this turn. Really, still really disappointed about last turn. Don't know why I played that land, no real reason to. But here, could we see a Raise the Alarm again? It can't take down my Greyboar Muse, so I'm not too worried about it. You know, if he wants to ambush my other dudes, then fair enough. So he's just going to block the Muse. Take 3. Go to 21. You know, he's got 4 cards in hand, a bunch of mana. We're drawing 2 per turn. We just need to, you know, get out of this bit of flood here. I don't know if it is flood, though. We've seen 21 cards. How many lands? We've got is it 8 on the battlefield? We see 10 out of 21, which is very nearly half, and we're just running just over a third. So it is on the high side in terms of variance, but I'm not sure it's that bad. So a couple of Walls of Omens, not the scariest things. You know, they're definitely going to keep him alive long enough to draw into that Baneslayer or whatever other nonsense he's playing. But you know, we're going to draw 2 cards every turn, and yeah. Okay, so let's just swing at him. Again, with Raise the Alarm is... I'd like to draw in some... Now is where I want to draw into Goblin Shortcutters. And so those Wall of Omens just get to sit there and do nothing. But anyway, we're going to get through for 3. We're going to Thrinax. And we're going to Krenko's Command. We're just going to go wide. And hopefully... I'd love to draw a double Bombardment too. I mean, I'd be okay with that. So let's Krenko's Command. I'm not going to play out any more land. I mean, 8 is plenty. And I can have 9 on any given turn if I really want to. So yeah, so I think Greyboar Muse is doing a bit of work. You know, I mean, that's the reason why it's in here. Yeah, sure, there are going to be games when you can't cast it, but there's going to be games where it draws you 2 cards per turn for a sustainable period of time, and really that's one of the only ways this deck can win a protracted game that stalls out like this, is to just keep drawing cards, but it may end up killing us. Yeah, I'll click yes. I mean, clicking yes, clicking no, all the same thing. He's going to gain 4 life, go back to 22. And now he's got a blocker that can actually kill something, so now I really need to be careful about swinging with the Muse, because he could have Swift Justice, Raise the Alarm to kill it. So, yeah, a couple of Shortcutters would be great. Another Blasting Station, and another fucking land. Holy Jesus. So we got to get rid of the thing. Let's kill this. And, you know, let's get rid of this. The Goblin tokens are better than the Sapperling tokens, because we have Rabblemaster in the deck. And now again we can swing now. Raise the Alarm. Unless he has Raise the Alarm plus Swift Justice, he can't take out the Muse. So he gets to block 6, but now he's taken 6. So I mean, we're slowly starting to force through some damage. I wonder what 5 cards he could have in his deck. You know, could he be playing Planar Cleansing? I mean, we're going to hold on to this station. If he cleanses, we'll still have 3 1/1s on the other side. I can't believe we're 25 cards deep, haven't drawn a single Ray Bombardment. We may get cleansed here on 6 mana. Yeah, that's the cleansing. So we get the 3 1/1s coming out the other side, and a Blasting Station. I will just run this out there. So no more Greyboar Muse, but Bombardment will be nice. Nah, another land, sure, why not? Okay, 12 lands. We're over half, but we're nearly halfway through the deck, so I mean, it's hard to complain. Just one of those things. Alright, let's get Blasting Station in play. And let's see what kind of follow-up he's got. I don't think we're going to have the legs to get there with him on 7 mana. It seems like the reason he wasn't playing out cards previous was because probably they cast way too much. So yeah, now we're looking at Sheoldred. So I mean, he had a bunch of 6-7 drops in his hand, couldn't get to him. The Wall of Omens got him there. Really would have loved to have seen some Shortcutters and put the pressure on, but we're going to have to sacrifice a creature every turn. He's going to get a Wall of Omens back every single turn. and stymie the assault. So, and we picked up another land against the Sheoldred with 2 Saprolinks. Yeah, I'm not sticking around to watch that nonsense. All right, guys. Well, I mean, a little bit better. We almost got there this game. But again, I mean, this deck, it needs Raid Bombardment to win, essentially. If you do not draw a Raid Bombardment, you are not going to win the game. Blasting Station does a lot of work here, but you got to curve out, and you gotta deal face damage with Bombardment. If not, your opponent's going to win the long game, and that's all you can do. So, I mean, it's a fun little deck, but, you know, definitely tier fun. So, thanks for watching. We'll see you for another gameplay tomorrow.